you were Mr. Irrelevant, right? That's a stigma that's surrounded that name. There's always a stigma of being Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL draft. What does it mean to, I guess, to have that nickname, for better or for worse now, coming into the NFL and working to break that stigma and that stereotype that surrounds being the last pick in the NFL draft?
Well, I wasn't really aware of, I guess oddly enough, the relevance of the title. Mm-hmm. I wasn't aware of really truly what it meant. I believe Trey Quinn, I think that's his name. Mm-hmm. We played him at SMU, and I remember him tweeting something about it when he got drafted, and I wasn't really sure what it meant. But yeah, I had really no clue what they were talking about. I was just excited to be, drafted. I was really kind of upset at first because I was so eager to see my name on the screen. Right. And so when the GM and the head coach gave me a call, they had told me, we're going to get you right here with this last pick. And I could hear this in the genuineness of what they were saying. But there have been a few teams that I had the same conversation with, and then I saw a name on the screen that wasn't mine. So I was kind of happy, but I'm like, okay, nah, I'm finna see what the name is on the screen. Right. And so it was this whole thing. This lady came out, and there was this whole thing, and then she said that, and some of my family members was like, what is she talking about? But yeah, man. To be honest, when I step onto the field, and I'm with the group, I don't feel like nobody's even brought that up. It's not really something I remember, to be honest with you, until I talk to somebody or somebody asks me a question like this. It's not really something I even think about. But there's been a lot of positivity that's come with it. It's allowed me to be able to share my story with some people. It's allowed me to get some marketing opportunities and stuff too. So, and I know the GM is excited about me from everything I've heard him say. So hopefully I can give them a reason for making me that pick, or picking me at all. So. Yeah,
it's obviously a weird NFL like a promo thing almost, right? Where it's oh man, Mr. Relevant, last pick in the draft, man. It's it's a weird thing, at the end of the day. It's a weird negative thing, but yeah, exactly like what you said. It's just taking that momentum of getting picked and just saying, hey, let's go. I'm not even thinking about that. I don't know if you know this, Grant, but on the team, there's actually another Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Ryan Suckup. So have you gotten a chance to reach out to him and kind of say, hey, we're kind of, kindred spirits here, man. We're kind of like brothers in arms kind of thing.
Yeah. He actually, the day of the draft, I believe he commented on a post of mine or a post of the Buccaneers when they drafted me. So I gave him a follow and stuff. And whenever I change inside the facility, I change next to his locker. His locker's kind of cool, but no, I haven't really talked to that many vets at all, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited about just working with him, especially in the kicking game and the special teams game, and see what value I can get from him. And he obviously was successful, even though he was a later round draft pick. So there's so many people in that building that I'm so eager just to, start learning from. I just don't want to be that annoying guy who's going up to somebody when they're getting changed with a notepad,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. But so are your guys' lockers permanently next to each other then for probably this upcoming season?
No. So, right now, we kind of have, there's COVID still a thing. And right. So there's a vet locker room, and then there's kind of because there's 53 rostered and there's the 90 man. So we got a lot of stuff going on, but right now, I don't think any of our lockers are necessarily permanent as of right now.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. That's still cool though, to make that connection, be right next to him and say, hey, hey, we're both, we're in the same boat, we're here, Yeah. So you've already gotten some reps, right, in the NFL with rookie minicamp. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And now with OTAs underway as well. how have those experiences been, learning, growing, the environment, comparing the college environment to the NFL environment? You just talked about it a little bit, just, being around some vets, soaking up as much info as you can. How has it been, comparing those two environments compared to one another in terms of practices and things along those lines?
If I'm being real, coming from Houston, I played against, I played with first round draft picks. I played against first round draft picks. I've played against, superior interior and exterior linemen. You know what I'm saying? So I've had my taste of the best of the best. I feel like playing at Houston, going to the Senior Bowl. So honestly, when I arrived at rookie minicamp, it wasn't much different from what I'm used to, just because I'm a type of guy who I over prepare, I over learn. I want to know what the safeties do, what the corners do, what the defensive linemen do. Like, I figure all that out on my own. As soon as they gave me the playbook, I learned it in a day. So for me, it was like, even just being that type of person, I have a leg up in like this type of environment. Like, I thrive in like hey, you got to learn this pretty fast. I thrive in that type of environment, So rookie minicamp in itself I really just kind of tried to lead and bring guys with me as far as understanding what everybody had to do and, executing our assignment and just running to the ball, so.
Yeah, I feel you. And that's actually another interesting thing is, in terms of, reports and things already coming out, a ton of praise. And I think it's all warranted, here on the YouTube channel, a lot of the Buccaneers media sites, even the Buccaneers website themselves, they've been saying like, hey, the leadership from Grant Steward right now and just the overall vocal characteristics that he's displaying right now in rookie minicamp and even in OTAs now has been awesome to see. Talk about what it means going into a situation. Like, what does it mean going into a situation like that with guys you've never worked with before and saying, hey, I'm going to be a leader among these guys. Let's go. Let's get into this.
Yeah, so I mean, the type of person I am, I'm not like going to just like insert myself as a leader. I don't necessarily believe in that. I kind of, want to earn my stripes and be somebody who, if there's anything that I have to say to you, I'm backing it up with my actions. Right. I don't try to say anything that's unnecessary. I don't try to do a whole bunch of rah-rah. I just feel like I lead when leading is needed, and so, being a rookie minicamp, first day of practice or something, we got a lot of calls, a lot of complex calls. Luckily, I come from a defense where a lot was put on my plate, and we had a lot of rotations and calls, and that whole coaching staff worked with me in college to be the vocal leader on that defense. So I prepared for, that type of stuff. But, some guys, maybe somebody was questioning, do I rotate here or is this or that? And, I have that ability, just preparing myself, waking up at 5 a.m, getting in that playbook to where, not because I want to stand out or something, but because I want to make sure that we succeed as a defense. And I know that that's one of my strengths, is mental preparation and knowing what to do on the field and anticipating offensive scheme. So I just wanted to help the team with that, and so figuring out that being in a rookie minicamp, that's probably the best place I can lead, is in preparation, because everybody's running to the ball. Everybody's giving max efforts. Everybody wants a job. It's not like college where they know next year they'll be on the same team. Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, I feel you. And, also, it's been reported, like, you have not been coming off the field. You've just been playing, like, absolutely every play you can, man. I mean, you're used to the heat, obviously, being from Houston. So how's it been with some of the other guys, just kind of, getting them along and saying, hey, come on, we got, dealing with the heat and whatnot?
Yeah, honestly, when it comes to my conditioning and all that type of stuff, that's another one of my strengths. But being that me and KJ have literally no backup and everybody else has a backup but me and KJ. So I'm really not the guy that's like telling nobody like, get up, like, because I'll be the guy like that's tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it just, what I've enjoyed is just my teammates' understanding of me and KJ, and perhaps I'm too exhausted to maybe say a call as loud as I want to say it. The safety will repeat it, like, you know, helping me and stuff. So that's why I'm excited around these guys.
Yeah. That's awesome that y'all have each other's backs like that too. Kind of like, hey, you know, hey, Grant said this, you know, let's go do this, you know, like that's awesome that you guys are developing that chemistry already, you know, and like already working on those things. But